This podcast is sponsored by The Generational Algorithm by Francisco Castillo. Discover how to rewrite the emotional code passed down through generations and transform your life. Get your copy today on Amazon at the link in the description.
Storytelling techniques for healing intergenerational trauma. Explore how storytelling can heal family trauma by reshaping inherited stories and breaking cycles of intergenerational pain. How storytelling can help heal generational trauma. You know, sometimes when we talk about trauma, it feels like something that only affects the person who lived through it, right? But what if I told you that trauma can actually get passed down through families? That's what we're talking about when we use terms like intergenerational trauma or ancestral trauma. It's that idea that pain, fear, or even emotional burdens can be inherited, almost like family heirlooms, but ones nobody wants. Now here's the good news. Storytelling is one of the most powerful tools we have to start healing from what I'll call family trauma. It's not just about telling tales. It's about reclaiming our past, understanding the pain that shaped us, and rewriting the narrative that's been running silently in the background of our families for decades. Think about it. Stories carry meaning. They hold the emotions, memories, and lessons of those who came before us. When we share them, especially in a safe space, something really transformative can happen. The weight of inherited trauma begins to shift. Why does storytelling work? Validation. When a family member shares a story about hardship or struggle, it validates feelings that sometimes get ignored or buried. It says, "Your pain has a name." Connection. Stories build bridges between generations, making us realize we aren't alone in our experiences. Perspective. Hearing a story from someone else's point of view can offer new understanding and empathy. Control. By telling or retelling stories, especially traumatic ones, we can reclaim control over how those stories impact us today. When you think about transgenerational trauma, it's like this invisible thread weaving through your family's background. Storytelling helps to make that thread visible and even untangle it a bit. Techniques to bring storytelling into healing. If you're interested in using storytelling as a healing technique for multi-generational trauma, here are some simple ways to get started. Start with listening. Sometimes healing begins with being a good listener. Create a space where older family members feel comfortable sharing their stories without judgment. Write it down. Journaling or writing letters, even if you don't send them, helps process emotions tied to a story, especially if those stories have long been hidden or taboo. Create a family narrative. Collect stories from different family members and piece them together. This can help identify patterns of trauma, but also moments of strength and resilience. Use creative outlets. Storytelling isn't just about words. Drawings, music, even dance can express what's been carried silently across generations. Reframe the story. This is important. Change the meaning you give to a story. Instead of seeing a family history full of suffering, look for themes of survival, hope, and love. And if you're craving something a little more structured, there's a great resource called The Generational Algorithm. This book breaks down how we can rewrite the emotional codes that we've inherited from our ancestors. It's full of practical insights on how storytelling and understanding these inherited patterns can lead to real healing. Definitely worth a read if you want to explore this topic more deeply. Buy now on Amazon and start reshaping your family story with intention and compassion. Final thoughts. Healing isn't about erasing the past or pretending trauma never happened. It's about bringing those hidden stories to light, seeing them clearly, and deciding how they'll live in our hearts moving forward. Storytelling gives us the power to do that, to acknowledge family trauma, to honor the struggles of those before us, and to create a legacy of healing for future generations. So next time you're with your family, ask about their stories. Listen with an open heart. Share your own story too. Those moments might just be the first steps toward breaking cycles of pain and opening the door to peace.